First on BBC One Scotland, you're in the army now. Very strong language as Gavin, Jim, Lorraine and Gordon take their first faltering steps in our new series, Soldiers to Be.
Mr. Lawson.
Chris, is it?
Steve.
Steve. Right, Steve.
You're Wayne Gary Eggleston. You were born on the 11th of November 1981, presently unemployed.
Yes or no answers then to the following question. Have you ever been found guilty of any offence by any criminal court?
No, sir.
In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to enlist you into the army. You sure this is what you want?
Yes, sir.
I, Melanie Salter, swear by Almighty God that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, hers and successors,
and that I will, as in duty bound, honestly and faithfully defend Her Majesty.
Set over me.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. You're now enlisted into the British Army. Welcome to the club.
Just remember that prior to you doing this, you're 25 million, looking at your number here. Millions have gone before you, millions will follow you.
There they all are, all having their last fag. Line up on this wall.
A lot of them don't have prospects in Civvy Street. A lot of them look at it as a last resort. I've spoken to quite a few, and they've failed at college or whatever, and they thought, well, I'll give the army a try.
Put your cigarettes out, take your earrings out, get your baseball cap off.
Some of them come in far too young, 16 and a half, you know. A lot of the time they're not ready for it at all. You know, they're not adults really. To be thrown in at the deep end to become a soldier, you know. I think they should stay in Civvy Street a little bit streetwise and then maybe think about a career.
This year, 17,000 young men and women from all walks of life will be recruited into the British Army. Most are 17 years old. Purbright Barracks in Surrey is one of 5 army training camps in Britain. It used to be the all-male preserve of the Guards regiments. Now it trains women as well. For the next 14 weeks, these recruits hope to make the transition from civilian to soldier.
Bags down the corridor down there.
Get yourself stripped off and get down to your boxer shorts.
Put your bags on your bed.
Right, hurry up. Get your kit up.
Strip off down to your boxer shorts.
Now, you don't need to be a brain surgeon to be part of the British Army, but what you do need to apply is good common sense at all times. Now, one of the things that you'll come across for the first time, and which you're probably not aware of, is what we call military discipline. But the reason that we teach you about military discipline here is because we are the only uniformed organisation which has the legal use of lethal force. That means at some stage you may go on operations abroad and you'll be invited to shoot and kill a person or persons. Now that makes us different, and it carries with it a great responsibility, and it means that at all times we must apply our own military discipline, because without it we are no more than a rabble.
30 miles away is another training regiment, Winchester, home to the infantry regiments of the Light Division. It's day one for a new platoon. 48 potential infantrymen have arrived, but the Army knows that after 3.5 months, they could lose as many as 20.
Come on, keep up.
I'm naked. It's too heavy. You packed rocks, did you?
Yeah. Close in so you can hear me. Close in. Listen carefully. Pay attention and make sure, from now, when you are told something, you will be told it once. You are then expected to perform. You will make mistakes. However, make sure that you only make the mistake once.
Okay, then, for those who've just arrived into the accommodation, the people in your rooms are going to be with you, hopefully, for the next 14 weeks. Get to know each other well. Big thing in the army is teamwork. We're all in the same boat. You all join the army, it's a big wide world. Without friends, you will fail and fall flat on your face. Okay, carry on then.
Remind me of home.
For 17-year-old Wayne Eggleston, this is his first time away from home.
Bit worried about the old fitness. Got to lose some beef. But I joined just after Christmas, let's say. Scoffing over Christmas. Burn it off. I expect they'll help me now.
Gavin Downs is from Birmingham, and he too is 17.
Unpack all your clothes, stick them in your lockers.
Told us that we can pack.
Yeah, you did. We'll get you to know each other as well. And by the way, my name's Gavin. It's nice to meet you.
So you got to unpack everything,
Yes. These drawers down here are for city clothes, and half of this side of the wardrobe's for city clothes.
Gavin, you seem to know quite a lot about all this.
This is a room for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's real, I saw a lot quick because it wasn't more appealing. I went for a challenge. My main dream, I know it's a bit of a jump in heading love, but my main dream is, I've got the books, is to get into the SAS, and the only way I can do that is through the army.
To get into the what?
The SAS, the SAS, secret SAS. That's my biggest dream. You know, fantasies that you just want to make real. You look at it and you think, yeah, that is me, I want to do that, I want to achieve that. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you look back in life, getting into the SAS, it's a hell of an achievement.
The recruits arrive in dribs and drabs. Training doesn't start for real until the next day.
I'm bored. I'm still waiting. Tomorrow they're going to work me hard, I bet. So I'm not going to say anything. Just let it go. Marshy land, 3 letters across.
At Purbright, the ice is broken by getting the new recruits to introduce themselves to the rest of the platoon.
Who wants to go next? OK, come on up then.
My name's Lorraine. I'm 21 years old. I live in Sunderland. I've wanted to be in the army since I was 13. I had my date when I was 17 to come to Purbright, but I didn't get that far because I fell pregnant. I had my daughter, Shannon, when I was 18, and I promised myself I would do it again when she was a bit older. So I've waited until she was 3 and I've kept the promise. And I'm just grateful that I've just got great parents who look after her.
I'm not a robber. I support Liverpool. Pretty shit, like, but I still support them. But don't go and watch them because it costs you about £100 to watch the football, like, pretty dear, you know. Bit of a knobhead in school, like, got kicked out a few times for doing stupid things like throwing chairs at the teacher, smashing windows. I've nearly been into trouble with the police. I've had a few cautions, like, got collars dropping wood off a building site to build a shed. Got a caution for that.
So you just said you weren't a thief?
Yeah, well, I lied.
I'm not just doing this for myself, I'm doing it so my daughter's got a better future and something to look forward to. And I can afford things for her that I've never been able to afford for her before. Because it's been, like, pretty hard for us.
It's not really much work up in Liverpool. Mainly factory work. Sweat your bollocks off for £70 a week. Just bit crap, like. Sorry about the language, by the way.
Hi, I'm Fernwood Aker. I was born in Manchester. Lived there for 15 years, and then Mum decided to move me to Lake District because of drugs and theft and things, and Mum didn't want me to get into anything. I'm homesick. I'm not afraid to admit that. I miss my mum loads, and every time I talk to her on the phone, she always cries.
My name's Colin Perkins. I'm from Glasgow in Scotland. I left school when I was 15. No qualifications in school. Yeah, got into a lot of trouble with the police. Took a lot of drugs.
Like what?
Yeah, cannabis and speed and that.
How long were you with the gang?
Yeah, it wasn't just really a gang, it was just different schemes fighting each other.
It's like a gang, innit? What did you used to carry?
Just bricks, bottles, sticks. Whatever you get your hands onto. Yeah.
The background of these people, you've got all walks of life. Criminal element with them is quite bad. You've got people that, say, 20-year-old that have done absolutely nothing with their life. And you get 16, 17-year-olds that have done everything. The more north you go, the northerners do actually make better soldiers. I don't know if it's because they're tougher or what, or more robust, but the more south you go, it seems that the softer they are getting. It seems a bit strange. The more south you go, the more weak you get.
At Winchester, learning to live army style begins almost immediately.
As you can see, all the hangers are facing one way, and they're all roughly 3 fingers apart, okay? Run them along 3 fingers apart, okay? Uniformity. Make sure that your locker looks just like that, okay? And don't think you will say, well, I'll just iron that side so it looks nice and neat and I won't bother with the other side, so I'll just take it out and have a look. All right? Combat.
Jim South is from Sheffield, and at 20 is one of the older recruits.
Something they install on you. It's like off Star Trek, the Borg. Resistance is futile, you will be assimilated. You just become one at drones, there's no else you can do about it.
Training shoes, gents. You use them for PT. We expect the bottom of them to be immaculately clean.
You don't have a chance to evaluate things, think about how... The time you do, you lie asleep anyway, because you're that knackered.
Doing as you're told is a bit of a novel experience for some of the recruits.
I'll tell you what, that corporal...
Oh, what a rubbish one, man. I mean, all we did was try and get some information. They haven't explained sod all to us. They haven't told us where the fire exits are, the laundry.
But I mean, we don't mind the shouting, as long as we don't get shouted at something that...
Get outside! Especially you people, get outside. Right, first, you want to be in a position where you can see the sink. All I'm going to talk about is washing and shaving and personal hygiene. Okay, believe it or not, more men are killed in battle through personal hygiene than the bullet. Firstly then, talk about the kit I've actually got. Firstly, a bar of soap. A very essential piece of equipment for you people.
People come from all over the country, from all sorts of different social backgrounds, with different ideas on whether they should wash first thing at night, last thing in the evening. Some people have different habits, and basically all we do is flatten the playing field and make sure that everybody is working along the same lines in sort of the hygiene stakes.
Next one I do then, one of a shave. Take your time. Because believe it or not, your skin bleeds, and if it does bleed, you're going to look stupid on parade with loads of little bits of like toilet paper over your face. Even if you people now who are 60 say, hey, I don't shave, believe it or not, shortly you'll soon get blonde bum fluff, and it will start to come out. Again, nice, easy strokes, nothing rapid. Every morning you'll be inspected to ensure you've had a wash and a shave correctly. Making sure when you do wash your body, you get in all the places where the sun doesn't shine. And around the area of your bollocks, everywhere around your bell end, you've got to keep really clean and tidy. If you don't, you're going to get fungal diseases down there, that'll put you out of action. And also, when you go see the girls downtown, they're not going to like you. Keep nice and smelling fresh. Yeah?
Right men, pay attention, it's not rocket science. Nothing we teach you here is too difficult that you can't comprehend it. Now what we're going to deal with is a hospital corner. Everyone's heard of them, but not many people actually know what they are. First of all then, stand at the end of the bed, place your hand underneath the counterpane and the sheets, make sure they're all flat line on top of each other. Place your hand on the end of the corner of the bed, like so. Then, notice there, it's approximately an angle of 45 degrees, and tuck it in. And then finish off, tucking everything else under.
Yeah, all I wrote was 0.90-degree angle upwards.
We've got that bit. It's gone, hasn't it? I've just been doing that for about half an hour. He made it look so easy.
At Pirbright, the training has caused its first casualty. Colin Much is 18 and has injured his leg.
And I've been told that I've got 2 days sick and I'm not allowed to do a lot of things like drill and marching and PT and stuff like that. But apart from that, I'm alright.
You fella? How old is he? How old is he?
37.
My dad's got that car.
Your
My dad's got that car.
That's my mum, that's my stepdad. I haven't got any pictures of my dad at the moment. Waiting for him to be developed. One day. Come on, join our colours. Come on, join the gang.
Has anyone else brought anything through? Do you see mine?
Yeah, go get yours.
We've got a good bunch of girls here, but we've got a few tears at the moment because of homesickness is settling in. We've had about 3-4 today that I know of. And apart from giving them a wee cuddle, there's really not else that you can do to help them out.
My grandfather was in the Second World War and my great-grandfather pulled through the First and the Second World War. So I wanted to do it for them a bit as well, but it means a lot to me to be here. It's just feels like home now, this place. Just feels as if I'm meant to be here. I've done near enough every job that I can possibly do since I left school, and none of them felt right, and this just feels perfect. Feels better than anything else in the world.
It's me on holiday. I wasn't a beef, I was one. It's my ex-fiance. My ex-fiance.
Sorry?
No, it's a different lad. It's just me. My mum.
Oh.
God. I hate looking at these photos. My mum.
Discipline. You may find it difficult to adjust to the military discipline.
Get moving, you want to see 6 inches of daylight underneath your feet when you jump up.
But there's some simple rules to follow. Firstly, do exactly as you are told. Keep your mouth shut and listen carefully, and you won't go too far wrong. Criticism. You will be criticised. You will be criticised in an adult manner. You will be told exactly what you are and where you stand. It is not done to destroy you. It is done to point you in the right direction when things are going wrong. So stand tall, stick your chin out, and take it. Do you all understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
Everybody completely happy with what's going to be happening to them over their short but fruitful stay in ATR? We shall see.
The first task facing the corporals is to get Wayne and the other recruits fit for the 14 weeks that lie ahead.
Come on with me. Come to me, you better speed up. You don't want to be failing. Right, come on. You know what's at stake here now, don't you? Come on. Let the hill take you down the hill. Come on. Speed up a little bit.
PlayStation generation.
PlayStation is Burger King, McDonald's generation, yeah.
So you can fight a war on a PlayStation now, so why join the real thing? You know, they do that, so, you know, they have all these games that the PlayStation can offer. Yeah, you know, they prefer to do that than go out and kick a football round or get on the rugby, or get on the park, you know, play football, play rugby, get out and do a paper round. They're just not that sort of like get up and go youth anymore.
For Jim South, it's a far cry from college life in Sheffield.
I did an engineering course at college which consisted of no exercise whatsoever. So when I got here, it was like a great culture shock, especially up run. They were killer. 1.5 miles in like 11.5 minutes, and I come in about 14 minutes or something like that. So I got proper screamed at and said that I was going to get kicked out and everything. I hope I don't have to leave, to tell you the truth, because like, I'm enjoying it.
And what made you decide you wanted to do it?
It were just stuff that were going off back in Sheffield. It were like, I lost my job and my flat, my car, stuff like that, and we're not really left back up there for me. So I thought I can see a bit of world, make some decent money, like get fit, because I'm not fit at all. So it sounds like a bonus job.
Took it all out of me today. I didn't stop running, you know, even though I was slower than everyone else. It was probably harder for me to do what my running was today than it was for you bastards. Not a quitter, you know. My dad wouldn't let me forget it if I went home.
You could be going to war.
I could be going to war, even though. Look forward to it.
Are you?
Oh yeah, get some active service done, definitely. I'd love to do that.
Why would you like to do that?
I don't know, it's excitement to it all. No, what you call it, actually being there in the middle of a war situation, I'd love to do something like that, definitely. Like with gun in hand, all kitted up, prepared, actually fully clued up on what's going off around you.
Even if it means being shot?
Hopefully it won't come to that. You know what I mean? I'll be prepared to take it if that happens, then that happens, innit? I mean, it's going to happen one day or other, innit? I mean, we're in army now, so that's what we're here for, cannon fodder.
Okay, when I say go, first man's going to go out to where the puddle is. He's going to go down in the puddle. 5 press-ups.
Colin Much's injury hasn't cleared up. He's missed enough training to risk being back squadded, taken out of the platoon and made to start all over again.
Do you understand? Yes, sir! Stand by, face that way, first people. Go! Let's go, let's go!
Well, with guardsmen, you have to train them for an aggressive eventuality. At the end of the day, they're the ones that's going to actually go in and kill the enemy. So they've got to have a little bit of physical robustness as well as a bit of aggression as well. Once they hit the pain barrier, then they start getting annoyed and you hear all grunts and groans and aggression coming out, and that's what we're basically looking for, like, in an infantryman anyway.
I feel so proud of myself in wearing my uniform. It's just the best feeling in the world. I've never felt so good in my life. You say all the time that it's the best time of your life doing things, but this is a 1 in a million chance, and I'm just proud to be doing it. I just want to get back in training as quick as I can. Just work my way through it so as I don't get back squadded. I love this berry.
What's the berry?
It's got scars. And this one's a bit big for me. Whether it's too big, too small, I'm not really caring as long as I've got it.
They are pathetic. At this stage, they don't know their limitations, do they? They don't know what they are capable of doing. At this stage, they're still finding muscles that they didn't know existed. So by hopefully at the end of next week, hopefully. If not, then it'll just get a bit harder for them. And then harder and... I hope they've got some soap powder.
It's pretty amazing, like, what we can do in 4 weeks. Like, if they want to put the effort in. If they don't, then, you know, that's it then, really. They just get rid of them.
By the end of the first week, room inspections happen daily, and discipline is stepped up.
Been using the laundry, have you? How often?
I used it yesterday, Sergeant.
Yesterday?
I washed all my stuff by hand, Sergeant.
Doesn't happen, Daggett. Does not happen. There's a laundry system on camp and you will use it. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
It's people like you that make our jobs a lot more difficult. Court will be keeping a close eye on you, young lady, and you need to start using that laundrette. Do you understand?
Yes, Sergeant.
You have got to become like a father figure to them. For a lot of them, it's the first time that they've actually left home. So they do have homesickness. And even some of them don't even know how to iron clothing. They don't know how to look after themselves. Because, I mean, no disrespect to anyone intended, but some of them get mollycoddled at home. They get spoilt a little bit. And you sort of come here and you've really got to sort of break them down a little bit and then build them back up and mould them into a soldier.
So where have you been washing your kit?
In the toilet, Sergeant.
In the fucking toilets? Right, you people, pin your ears back and listen to me. OK? It's not acceptable not washing your kit. You will wash your kit. People tell me that females are more hygienic than males. At the moment, I find that very, very hard to believe. So I guarantee you, the males over there have been taking their kit to the laundry. You people, so far, are not impressing me. Disgusting, all right? Your kit is in the locker, but it is not fucking clean.
If a man makes a little mistake, depending on how bad it is, then the old raging bull and Mr. Nasty can come out of the pocket. But because obviously some of the girls are a little bit weaker mentally than some of the men, and all you have to do is just raise your voice up 1 octave and they'll start crying. And nobody likes that. You know, nobody likes to see people crying. But saying that, some of the boys will cry as well.
I've really enjoyed myself, The only thing that I don't like is getting up at 5:30 in the morning. That's the worst part of it all. It being so cold.
I'm alright, I'm not that much homesick anymore. I'm still missing my family and my mates and that, but I've been getting letters, so I'm not that homesick anymore.
Because it's took so long to get here, so I'm determined to do it. And
everyone back home has like put a bet that I'm going to come back home, and they're so positive that I'm not going to do it. So I need to prove them all wrong.
Changing our sheets. One sheet and one pillowcase a week we change. So the other one's stinking. Sleeping in a stinking sheet for another week before we can change it. Doesn't bother me getting shouted at. Doesn't bother me making a bed. Nothing bothers me because I'm from Liverpool. Stand still, Lizzie.
Days ago. I suggest you have a little rethink, okay, as to what the standard should be in the AFC. Some of you are fucking getting there. Why the fuck do I walk into a room and see piles of shit in the bed?
Different people from different areas, they need to bond before we can get any real work out of them. We do give them a hard time, and we do sort of, I suppose, want them to hate us, for want of a better word, just to get them to bond so that they can then have something in common, or talk about us and say, Christ, you know, look what they've done to us today. And yeah, I suppose, yeah, they hate us for it, but at the end of the day, if we can get them to bond within a week, then we're on to a winner. You're having a fucking laugh, aren't you?
No, Sergeant.
So what did you do last night then, apart from fuck all?
I am the kit and done my boots, Sergeant.
You ironed your kit, did you, and you done your fucking boots?
Yes, Sergeant.
Yeah, really?
Sergeant.
You done those, did you?
Yes, Sergeant.
Get outside the fucking office now.
Sergeant.
Recruit Much. He's very immature for his age. He's just over 18 and very mature, very insecure as well. I think he's here on the false pretences. I think he's one of them that are here for someone else instead of for himself.
But Colin Much's efforts to belong have resulted in getting himself an illegal haircut.
Sitting in the room and one of the boys got a haircut, so I'm used to my hair being kind of long. I decided I'd try it for a change, and it's now kind of really short. But I didn't know that I could get charged for it or anything, but nothing's happening so far that I know of. Doesn't really bother me about here, but it's like when I go outside, if an officer sees me with all that, then I could get into trouble for him. So I've just got to try and hide it as much as I can.
At Winchester, the infantrymen received their first inspection from Sergeant Lovell.
In the front of the shirt, all the way down. Why did you shave last night? I had more time to do when you were told on your washing and shaving demonstration, when were you told that you will wash and shave?
In the morning, Sergeant.
Okay, so you then took it upon yourself to decide it's obviously better to wash and shave at night, did you?
So you're saying to me you are shaving correctly?
No problem.
No, you're not, are you? You've missed all this bits here, from there. How did you miss that bit there? That's your first warning. Catch you like that again, you're going to be charged.
Getting used to the regimental system, living together, 6-man rooms, being told you will get up, you will wash and shave, you will do this, you will stand still. It's a completely alien to some people. They just never been involved in anything like that at all before.
As the old saying goes, there's no I in team. At the end of the day, when you join the army, it's not, oh, I do this and I do that. It's we do this and we do that.
When you're in Civic Street, you look after number one, but
Yeah.
when you're here, there's
You
5
look
of you
after
to look
your
after,
mates
so you've got
before
to, yeah.
But you've got mates at home.
I know that, but I don't give a shit about them.
At the end of the day, your mates round here are going to be the ones, when you go into war, they're going to save your life. If they see a bullet coming straight at you, who the fuck do you think's going to jump in front of it? Your best mate. Because you stood by him all the time.
A recruit has had his hair cut by some of the platoon, and Sergeant Titch Lovell has his suspicions about who was responsible.
I want everybody that lives in room 19 in the room now. I'm going to ask you once more. Who cut Newsom's hair?
Andrew. So.
Who?
Andrew, Sergeant.
What's your name?
Harris, Sergeant.
Who cut his hair?
Harris.
Harris, did you cut all of his hair?
Top half of it, Sergeant, yes.
Okay, so who cut the other bit?
Downs, Sergeant.
So what are we doing here then, Downs?
It was had long patches.
Keep your hands still.
Sorry, Sergeant. It was long
I
patches.
asked you if you had cut Newsom's hair. You said no.
Not all of it, Sergeant.
Ah, right, so now you've actually cut a little bit of it, is that correct?
Yes, Sergeant.
So you did cut it?
A bit, Sergeant, yes.
No, you either cut it or you didn't. Did you cut Newsom's hair?
I cut it, Sergeant.
Okay, you've said to me 3 times, straight to my face, that you have not cut his hair. And in fact, you have, haven't you?
Bits of it cut, Sergeant.
You have cut it, haven't you?
Sergeant.
You and Harris, together, have cut his hair, haven't you?
Sergeant.
Go stand outside my office, Sergeant. Once I've finished with him, I'll be calling for you. Get in the car with the remainder. Get away and prepare for scoff. Downs. Stand there. Get your feet together. 3 times. 3 times. Look at me when I'm speaking to you. 3 times. What do you think that tells me about you?
No, I'm a liar, Sergeant.
Why are you lying, Downs?
Because I was not responsible for what happened to his hair. I tried to make it better as I...
Irrespective of your intention, I asked you, did you cut his hair?
And
that was the question, wasn't it?
Sergeant.
What is the answer to that question?
Yes, I did, Sergeant.
You know all the rules, you know all the regulations, you know what we expect, and you know what you can and can't do, don't you?
No, Sergeant.
You know everything, don't you?
No, Sergeant.
Because you're a wide boy, aren't you?
No, Sergeant.
The regulation haircut in this place is a number 2 on the sides and a number 4 on top. Because that's the rules.
Sergeant.
Do you know all the rules?
No, Sergeant.
Do you know what you're doing?
No, Sergeant.
It's simple as this. You are now on an official platoon sergeant's warning. You have got 7 days to sort yourself out.
Sergeant.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, Sergeant.
Do you understand why I'm saying it to you?
Yes, Sergeant.
Do you understand what you have done wrong?
Yes, Sergeant.
Do you understand what you have to do to improve yourself and your performance to put it right?
Sergeant.
7 days. Get away.
Gavin Downs now faces being back squadded out of the platoon unless, within a week, he can prove himself to Sergeant Lovell.
What do you think of Sergeant Lovell?
I think he's brilliant. I think he's a right lad. He can be a right, well I won't say the word, but he can be a right nasty person when he wants to be. When he give me that bollocky for no blooming reason.
I don't obviously know his individual background specifically, but if he was, you know, particularly good at sport or a strong catcher at school, he's been in the forefront of his social circle. When he comes here, he's obviously trying to do the same thing. So he's probably doing things for the right reasons, but because he's forward and confident, he's going in the wrong direction.
Sergeant Lovell got this picture into his head that I've been reading too much Bravo 20 and that. It ain't nothing at all. It's because they're the best of the best, and that's what I want to be. The best of the best. So that's my goal in life, is to be the best at everything. First time. But whether I achieve it, I don't know.
Colin Much has got away with his haircut, but he's picked up even more injuries.
I think I've broke 3 of my toes.
And your ribs?
Well, I went down to my ribs, but they says I'd probably just coughed too hard and I'd strained the muscle in them or something. But I put some heat spray and stuff like that on it and it was okay the next day.
I think the injuries have been growing in how can you say it, more in the mind, where he's sort of running himself down rather than other people trying to run him down. He's not got the self-confidence yet.
I'm thinking a lot of things. Everything's kind of going through my head at the moment, especially my toes, you know. But I don't know. Hopefully my toes will be all right. And then I'll see what happens from there, basically.
Being a soldier, even a very young soldier, you grow up very, very quickly. And you have to be, because, I mean, we could deploy anywhere in the world at any time.
For the first 3 weeks at Winchester, there's a ban on alcohol and no recruits are allowed out of the camp. The NAFI is the one place where Jim South and the rest of the infantrymen can relax.
Stand by me, mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Shut up! What?
Okay. And you're still mopping the floor? Sergeant. You think there's a problem with that?
Yes, Sergeant.
It's Monday morning, it's 26 minutes past 7, and we're due to start an inspection in 4 minutes, and they just haven't bothered this morning. They've just not even started to grasp the concept of that there's an inspection. What we're going to do is we're all going to go into one room at a time, do a bed space each. We'll motivate them this morning.
Stand by your beds!
Is that the size of an A4 size of paper?
So that's presented, is it for an inspection?
Is it?
That's your
Did I
best
say
effort.
A4 size?
That's your best effort. I'll kick your fucking ass out now. I
Start
know.
on the inside of your fork.
Dirt? Dirt on your fork?
What are you trying to tell me, Ace?
What did I say then? Leave it in or get ironed? You don't know. Right then, let's have a look at these.
It's not even the same size.
Right. Very cool. It's out the bag and ironed, isn't it?
Shit on there. You just need fucking idea.
Get the fucking thing ironed. And that is not the way I showed you how to do it.
What's that going to do to you when you have to survive in the field? Answer the question, Hayes! What's that going to do to you when you have to survive in the field?
For a Monday morning, that is absolutely diabolical. You've got so much work to improve, it's unbelievable. You've had all weekend. And what have you been doing? Probably going to the nappy, visiting all your little friends. Or trying to chat the girls up. Not good enough! Turn around. What's that on the bottom there? Why is it on there? Put your fucking feet together when you talk to me. Why is it on there? No excuse. Fucking right, you got no excuse. You're just fucking fat and idle, aren't you?
You telling me lies? Well, is it not me? Has he been in or not? So you're telling me lies, aren't you? Yes, you are. Tell me lies, what's more charge, you understand? Is that clean? Is that clean like I showed you? So don't sorry me, just get it sorted!
You six get stood in the corridor now.
Without a shadow of a doubt, all of those recruits out there will be better for what's just happened to them. All of them would have learnt a lot very quickly. But more importantly, you'll see the difference tomorrow morning. You'll see the difference in their performance. Because now they know that we're not messing about.
What would happen if you didn't, Sheriff?
This morning, I called them all into the corridor, told them, warned them, you have got 19 minutes to achieve the aim. Didn't raise my voice, didn't swear, just told them. Nothing happened. Shout at them, something will happen. And you'll find that the platoon will become a lot stronger and a lot closer because of it. It's the common enemy syndrome. They now all hate us completely. Fine, I can deal with that because I'm going to achieve my aim.
But worse than not achieving the standard, you just have not even tried. You have not bothered. I do not expect you to get it right, but I do expect you to give me 100%. You have not done that, and I warned you right at the beginning. If you cannot motivate yourself, I will motivate you. Simple. Your life is shite. Get felling outside now. Get outside now!
Watch this now, because this is over. I've got to hold that to that. It's got to be A4 size. Else it ends up all other side of the room somewhere.
I like him.
When I was here, when you were doing all PT.
I like Corporal McManny, but I don't like Corporal Tosser, because he's a tosser. I don't like Corporal Tosser, and I don't like Sergeant Lovely.
What's wrong with Sergeant Lovely?
He said there was fluff in my jumper.
Nobody can pick you up on anything. Look at that. Fucking spot on. Perfect.
At Purbright, Colin Much's future is on the agenda at a meeting with the company commander.
Much he's spent quite a bit of time in the sick.
Yeah.
His admin, even up until this morning, the rest of the guys in the room have been in it for him.
Yeah.
He's never touched his locker yet. His boots haven't been touched.
They haven't got laces in them yet.
They still haven't bought laces for him for day one, for his drill boots. Not a chance, sir.
Really?
I would, personally, I would due-fast him.
Okay. You agree with that, Al?
He's a nice enough chap, but he's
it's
not
just.
with us.
How old is he?
He's
18.
18. Okay. I recommend that he is discharged as unsuitable for army service, with recommendation that he comes back maybe a year's time. Yeah? And sorts his life out. All right, moving on.
Right, Much.
What?
We fixed platoon commander.
One.
Oh. Yeah. Drill movements actually have 2 as well.
Yes, sir.
You are here because you've not made the standard required.
Sir.
You are lacking in a large number of areas, and
Sir.
you are aware of those.
Yes, sir.
Because you've been repeatedly told about it.
Yes, sir.
You have not made the effort to make change.
Sir.
There has been no improvement whatsoever over 4 weeks.
Sir.
What we're doing with you is we're classing you as unfit for army service.
Sir.
You will be given an option to return.
Sir.
At a later date.
Sir.
Use that time, if you want it, to motivate yourself, get yourself sorted out, and work out where you're going in life. At present, you're nothing.
Sir.
Nothing is happening. Do you understand what's going on?
Yes, sir.
Have you got anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Okay, so carry on.
Sir. 1, 2, 3, 1.
I thought he was going to get all excited about that.
That's his attitude.
He does it
here.
He does, sir. He spends most of his time just bluffing it.
Well, go back, there's nothing really there for me. Just go back to nothing, really. Go back to my mum and dad. My family. That'll be it. Just look for a job. Which I'll probably never find for about another 3 years or something. But I wasted a lot of time training to get here. And that's what's getting at me. It just feels as if it's been a waste of time.
Colin Much was given another chance, but 4 weeks later he left Pirbright. He's since decided to re-enlist. Once again, he hopes to join the Scots Guards. 24 hours after their last inspection, the infantrymen at Winchester face Sergeant Lovell and his corporals once again.
Name?
Okay, Sergeant.
Look along the blade of that knife, what can you see?
Food, Sergeant.
How much?
A lot, Sergeant.
Do you use these this morning?
Yes, Sergeant.
Do you think that food is fresh on there this morning? Do you think it's been there for quite a long time?
Possibly, Sergeant.
Possibly. So you possibly went to breakfast this morning, do you reckon?
Oh, I went to breakfast this morning.
Corporal?
Corporal.
So that could possibly be from breakfast?
Yes,
Almost definitely.
Corporal. Yes, Corporal.
That's disgusting, isn't it?
Yes, Sergeant.
Not to look good. What for?
A bit of crap in there, maybe a little bit, however, like I said, that's all it takes, look. 2 seconds before I walk in and replace it. That's then me happy, okay? Let's go.
The standard has taken a bit of a jump, but more importantly than the standard going up, they've shown more of an aptitude to actually wanting to get the job done. They understand now that if they don't perform, then obviously there's going to be a problem. They also understand now that if they do put the effort in, even if the standard isn't quite right, they'll be treated in a more disciplined but respectful manner.
Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Nice, 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 nice. Armed to the teeth, through all the words which through the years. I found across a poppy field. I saw her clean as she raised your shield. Love screamed down with the sun behind the his back. Our fathers were all soldiers. Should we be soldiers too? Soldiers go.
Well, how will the new recruits shape up? Soldiers to be continues at the same time next week here on BBC One.